Hello guys and welcome to this episode of Patch Review. Now this is where we review the patch notes obviously from a bit of a pro perspective, and we have this quick pace style, right? We're gonna try and get through them as fast as possible while trying to give as much explanation on why we think the change is good or bad. Skins, 6 skins this patch. Nemesis, MC, it's sick. This guy's Texus, like skins lately are just so crazy good, and that Dark Matter Capri skin, you're gonna catch me playing with that. Moving on, Project Olympics. The matchmaker is undergoing significant adjustments. Patch 5.5 will begin test on the new matchmaker. For full details, click here. No, we're not. You can click here. We're gonna link the patch notes right here under. Custom order by builds. Custom order by builds will now sell starters and buy a finished build once all the other items have been built. This only exception for this is arena builds. All right. Incorrect scoreboard issue. We have implemented a fix for the scoreboard issue. Blah 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 blah. So hopefully the scoreboard is not gonna be wrong anymore. Console VGS fixes. You guys got your fixes. New players experience adjustments. So now they have adjusted like what you gain here. That means you're gonna get more rather than just getting a guard and a skin. Now you're gonna get favor and gems and a lot. Now it takes 25% less experience to reach level 30. Yes! Gonna go and grind my Smurf now. Whew. Well, when the patch comes out. That's it, right? Each level takes more experience to reach, so it makes it the same amount of experience to reach 50. Good change, good change. We like it. We like all these changes. Project Olympus, we love it. Okay, let's move on. Miscellaneous. Mech level tech, level up fix, birthday cake, pedestal, poopy, jump stamp, baby drone, watskin, awesome chest, new additions, Kunichi Sugeta, True Zone Gap, Onimusha Hachiman, Snow Silla, Ice Major Agni, Defiant Bellona, Badlands Vulcan, Order and Carousel, Nice Skin, Abyssal Night Airs, Arctic Suit Archeo, Cramper Sunless, Crystal Gaze Medusa, Fallen Angel Knight, Tremor Check, Cabragan and Rocket Punch, Mercury, poof, Godlike Chest, new additions to the Godlike Chest, Digimir 9000 Emir, that's such an old skin, and it's a 6 skin, Scarlet Common Ice is also an old skin, and Worm Slayer Ulder. Fantasy Point Store, new additions to the Fantasy Point Store, Primal Hunter, Artemis, King of the Deep, Poseidon, and Jandroid Janus. 6 skins. I'm gonna save my FP for this. Jandroid Janus. Balance changes, this is what we're here to talk about. This is the long explanation. If you want to read it, go to the patch notes. We're gonna give our opinion on it. So they buffed the tier 1 tower, so it now has increased base power. It's gonna hit you harder. You can't dive. You can't dive already, but now it's gonna be even harder to dive. Does make it different on minions? Not really, because melees are still gonna take 2 hits and archers are still gonna take 2 hits. Probably on the big one, it's gonna take 1 less hit, but I think in general it's okay. It makes diving harder, which I think is kinda not okay. But I believe a way they could have done this differently was if they upped the protections on the tower a bit, because the minions do too much like damage to the tower right now, and lowered the power. I think that's the way to go about it. Enhanced FG buff. They increased the bonus damage to structures on the normal FG buff and enhanced FG buffs. That's fine. Sieging is hard. Sieging needs to be less hard. And I think this is a good way to go about it. It's fine. It also encourages teams to stop just sitting in the phoenixes. Good change. Malice. Item change. New passive. On a successful critical strike, your abilities will deal 35% more damage for the next 3 seconds. Nasha, OP. Holy shit. She's gonna be so good, man. I think this is a good change. I think Malice was underutilized. I think there's too many good crit items, and I don't think Malice fits in as a good crit item. Midgardian Mail. New passive. When hit by a basic attack, that enemy has their movement speed and attack speed reduced for 15% for 2 seconds. This effect can stack up to 2 times and can stack with other item slow effects. Frostbound. Midgardian Mail. You're gonna be slowed. Creeping Curse. You're gonna have negative movement speed. What happens then? Illuminati. I think this is gonna be really busted. I think ADCs are completely dead now. The only thing that kept ADCs alive was that they still had some kind of damage when Fawn wasn't a thing. Now you can just kind of wiggle like in between, like take 2 hits, back out, take 2 hits, back out, and the ADC's like, yeah, help, help. 30% attack speed reduction with Witchblade, which is also gonna become a very sick item because that got increased 100 health. Witchblade, underutilized already. It's gonna be way better now. Witchblade, Midgardian Mail, Frostbound Hammer, your Odin Cage, and Creeping Curse. Have fun basic attacking. The Crusher. Visual fix. That's nice. Equal. Back to the old Equal. There you go, Hunters. Devos, Equal, Exe. New build. Bam. Silver Branch. Back to the old Silver Branch. Was there ever an old Silver? I think there was. Every successful basic deck increases your attack speed by 5. Stacks stacks last for 3 seconds, stack up to 6 times. Same goes with this Equal passive, obviously. Equal is going to be stronger, power's better than attack speed. In most cases, at least, yeah. Yeah, I think you can say that. Well, there's obviously, Flaboot is going to watch this video and he's going to be like, technically, there is Equal might become meta. But Asi is also a thing that might become meta now. Because trance is a thing, and Asi has more attack speed now, and if you go Equal, and Asi, and trance, and boots, you're gonna do a lot of damage, and you're gonna have a lot of power, and a lot of attack speed, and you're gonna hurt. Spike Gauntlet, increase physical power from 0 to 5. They want more people to buy Devos. Good changes. I think all item changes are good. I think the Midgarden change is busted. Physical power, 0 to 5. It's good. Now you're not anymore buying like 7% lifesteal. Big bueno on that one. Shuriken, reduce the cost to 1500. Now your troll ranked teammates can now start with 8-pointed Shuriken for extra crit chance, and you can enjoy getting crit for 120 damage at level 1. Afro, big buff. Very big buff. Undying Love can now be cast even if Aphrodite is currently in the air from a knock-up ability. Afro, OP, Psyhost, SPL, Afro, I'm calling it right now. Cabracken, adjusted the target to better reflect the area damage of this ability. Shout out to Maniac who requested this change. Probably like many others, but it happened. Have fun, Cabracken mains. Good change. Afro change, I don't like Afro. She's an annoying god. Nerf her, remove her from the game, right now. Changa, Moonflower, Dance. Increase persist time of damaging area from 0.6 to 7. This fixes a dead zone where Changa could miss this ability while standing still. Now goes to full 360 degrees. You can't juke Changa's free anymore. Even if you're a teammate. That happened to me a lot. Now I can't juke it. Sobek, Charge Prey. Sobek is no longer goes untargetable while plugging an enemy. He instead gains player pass through, which will allow him to be hit by enemies while he's getting ready to throw someone. That means that now you don't have iframes on Sobek pull anymore. Iframes, immunity frames. You're gonna take more damage. You're gonna die faster. Sobek, nerf. I don't like it. Ao Kuang. Ao Kuang is one of the most consistently powerful guards in Smite that hasn't been played in this PL. Wait, that doesn't say there. Range Dragon Throw. Decreased magical power scaling from 90 to 78%. From 15 to 13% per dragon. Odd numbers. We like it. I hate AO. Nerf him all you want, Tyrus. Daji. It's a bad nerf. Daji. OP. They realized that, so they took some of her scaling, because now you can't one-shot the ADC anymore. And they also decreased her physical power scaling on her 1 and on her 2, and she's just a bit worse, but she's still Daji, and she's still gonna ruin your whole family. And the nerf Daji should have gotten is that Daji should have gotten a nerf to her ultimate, because the fact that she can blink in and ult up is OP. Imagine if a 4 blinked in and ulted, he would die. Daji, nah, doesn't die. Why is Daji before Kukulkan? No one will ever know. Shushu. When transforms, Kukulkan will no longer gain access to abilities he has not put a single point in, except for his 2. That's great. Now Kukulkan won't transform until 1 more, at least in support, and have his 3 and his 1. Rough one, Shushu. Have fun. Discordia. Increase cooldown on her 3. 16 to 18 seconds. Good change. Discordia mains. I dislike you. I can't see the phoenixes against you. And most importantly, you give the enemy duo lane a power buff, which means I die a lot in duo lane. Good nerf. Nice. Isis. Isis is strong now. Movement speed increased. Sick. Her 3. Cooldown reduction. Sick. Circular protection. More max charge. More damage. Early on. Rival. Isis. Objectively cure. No more Poseidon Wolfie. Increase base damage reduction from 15 to 20%. 20% damage reduction while you're in it. And then it hits hard. Very hard. It's gonna be a fun guard, Isis now. Isis first pick, first ban, SPL, calling it right now. Bad change. Too much buff. Isis was fine. Wukong, that's the guard that's not fine. I barely ever see Wukong anymore. Magic Cudgel, increased base damage, decreased mana cost. Good change. Remember, it's only 10 power, but it still means that he actually like gains from his passive on minions, which is a bit more. So now he's hitting for 12.5 more, which means you might clear the marchers that you couldn't clear before. You probably won't because you're playing Wukong, but at least now you can poke people more with your Cudgel, right? Because it costs less mana. That was bad. Alright. Vulcan. Vulcan, Prime. Prime Vulcan. Wait, why is Erlang down here when Erlang is E and Vulcan is V and Wukong? This is so messy. Alright. Backfire. Increase base damage by 10 per level. Increase the amount of damage that the Inferno Cannon deals to mark targets from 10 to 15%. Vulcan's gonna hit a lot harder now. Not a lot, a bit. It's pretty good. Good change. Inferno Cannon. Increase magical power scaling from 35 to 40. That turret is gonna melt objectives. Prime is happy. I'm not. Overall, good changes. Erlang Shen. General, basic text. Increase progression scaling to match the swing time from 0.65, 0.65, 0.65, 1.8, which is like the weirdest attack progression ever. To 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, 1.1, x9. Very weird. Unnecessary. Bad AA chain. At least it's a bit better now. Spot Weakness, which is his free. Increase cooldown reduction per basic attack from 0.75 to 1 second. Well, that's his one passive, right? That's, yeah. It's pretty good. Pin. Increase physical power scaling from 45 to 55. Oh no. Now Erlang's gonna hit you for 2 more damage. You might die. All good changes. Isis, OP, unnecessary. Isis was fine. Shushu, perfect nerf. Daji, she's still gonna be OP. Afro, item changes, all good. Midgardian, OP. That's it. Buy skins. Have a good time. I hope you guys liked this format. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell. And until next time, everyone, peace out.